Okay.
No, mom.
Okay. Mm, okay. So let's start. And I'll share my screen.
Hello, Ashish.
Hello,
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 everyone.
hello, everyone.
Um,
Okay, great. Um, okay. Before I start, I want to ask one question. Um, yeah, hello. Let's say you're cooking something, okay? Let's say you're cooking a curry or rice, okay? And the rice or the curry got burnt completely. So what you gonna do?
um, throw it away.
Okay, and you have to prepare curry or rice once again. So
Yes, yes.
what exactly you gonna do?
So I just threw it away and
Uh,
clean the pot or something that I cook inside it, and then
uh,
I make a new one. Mm.
okay, you clean the pot and you make a new one, right?
Yes.
So is it the same for everyone? I think yes.
Yes.
I think yes. Okay. So
Yes.
why exactly I asked this question is, whenever you do, especially whenever you do programming, okay, whenever you try programming any code, okay, not automation. It's not about only automation. Programming any code, you might come into issues. You might come into errors. You might come into weird you know tasks, I say errors or issues in the writing code. So if you come across that, and let's say if you are unable to fix, you are unable to see the error, or you are unable to find the solution for it, then start from the beginning. Why exactly start from the beginning is because, first thing, you will have a practice. Second thing, you when you're writing it, like when you're preparing rice or curry for the first time ever, and then you burnt it, okay, then you do it again. Then let's say you burnt it again, then you do it again, then you burnt it, or you cooked it more or you cooked it less, then you do it once again. Still when you're doing it, you're cleaning the pot completely. You're cleaning the pot completely, and you're doing it once again. In the same way, the programming is also should be done in the same way. You should start from the beginning. You should start from the beginning, so that it will it will make you a pro, okay, and also it will make you that understand that, okay, where exactly you're going wrong and where exactly you need to make changes. Yes, nowadays ChatGPT, Gemini, these things come into picture where you can take help, but at times it might be they might also not give a proper answer to you or a proper solution to you. So start from the beginning. If you're creating a let's say if you have created a collection, okay, a simple collection or normal collection, and then you went ahead and then added some folders and then requests, you came across as and you have added scripts or snippets, and you came across an issue, then you're unable to find it, then delete the collection and re-add the collection once again and start from the beginning. There is no, I mean, there's no wrong in it, okay. This is how a practice should be done, and this is how you need to follow up the process. This is where you can become a pro as well. Definitely you'll become a pro in this, in any programming. It might be in any automation programming or coding, anything it might be, okay, apart from manual, okay. So I wanted to give a example of this curry or rice, so that it will be easy to understand, sorry. Okay, great. Now, so in the last session, what we have discussed is, we have discussed what is API, which is a bridge between two applications. And we also discussed like how exactly which protocol we use to send data transfer from client to server, and send response from server to client, which is using HTTPS protocol. And we have two API protocols, which are SOAP and REST, and we are discussing on REST protocol. REST and also SOAP protocol uses XML language, and REST protocol uses JSON language. Okay, JSON language. And what else we discussed? Why HTTPS? Because relates to security, and if there are any card details or your personal information which is transferred from client to server, so that information should not be leaked out, that is the reason we use HTTPS protocol, not HTTP anymore. Okay, so that we discussed. And also I think, yes, my screen shared, and we created a workspace, and then we created a collection. What I request you to do is, this time, whenever you're creating a new workspace, okay, whenever you're trying to create a new workspace, let's say create workspace and try one of the templates here. Okay, try one of the templates, like okay, don't go for this partner collaboration or cloud or incident. uh, just go for API testing workspace. What let me do this. Okay, I'm not creating a blank workspace. I'm using one of the template for workspace, which is API testing. Okay, trying to explore it. Okay, trying to explore Postman tool. Okay, let's see what they offer us. Okay, so I've selected this API testing and clicked on next, and I've given a name as demo, and then let's keep it internal and let's create it. Okay, let's see what it offers. Now it offers us multiple collections. Okay, multiple collections where we have contract testing, integration testing, introduction to writing tests, mock data generation, performance testing, and regression testing. You just, just explore them. Okay, just explore them. Do not get deep into it or try to read what information they have provided to you. Okay, what exactly is this, and then go to this collection and view the complete documentation. It's just like adding extra knowledge about how a documentation looks, and how a documentation looks, or how exactly it is defined, and all those things. Okay, so just explore this thing. Now what next we have done is we have created a collection. Okay, so we also went ahead and clicked on this plus button, and we have templates here. Okay, we do have templates here, so you can explore the templates as well. Like if you go to view more templates, then here you have quality engineers templates, and you also have testing templates. You can select any one of the template, or from quality engineers or from testing, which is related to our testing field. Okay, so what okay, so let's say we go to this quality engineers and see what it offers. It offers integration testing basics, end-to-end testing, API testing basics, functional testing, and many more. Same it goes with testing as well. There are 9 templates which it offers, so I'm not using any of this. Let me close this. I'm creating a blank collection here, and I'll name it as demo. Okay, so we did create a workspace in the last weekend, and we also created a collection, and then we added a folder. And in here, if you see, there is a new UI updated. Okay, there is a change in the UI. First, when we used to click on this 3 dots, we used to get the complete list. We used to get the complete list, but now they have moved under this more section. I can say section. When you hover on this more section, then you can see this export and all these options. So make sure whenever you're trying to explore Postman, see if there are any changes or any updates on the Postman tool. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add folder, and also I can add let me name this as demo. So we have done this as well in the last weekend. So, and then in this also we can add a request. Yeah, request we can do. We can also add a subfolder, like I can say demo sub. Okay, demo subfolder. Okay, and we can run this. We can also, earlier earlier we only had an option to run the collection. Okay, we only had an option to run the particular collection. Now we can also run a folder as well. We can also run a folder which is newly introduced in what is a Postman. Okay, and also try to explore. Okay, whenever you have free time, okay, try to explore these all options. Okay, like these all options. Open trash we know. Okay, when these all options, try to click on them and see what exactly they do, what exactly they all do. We know rename, duplicate, delete, and this, but see if what mock does, what monitor does, and what generate test does, and what generate specification. Just exploring. Okay, just exploring it. Okay, now
Ashish,
yes, yes, Nadia.
yes, please run that is in the collection. Is for the folder or for the collection?
Now this is collection. Under collection you might have multiple folders, right?
Yes, yes, I
Ah,
know. Because you
so
say that's run. There is no run also for folder.
yes, see, this collection runs all the folders in the collection. But when you
Mhm.
run the specific folder, it only runs that particular folder only, not the complete all the folders.
Okay. Ah, yes, yes. There is run also for
See,
folder.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
see,
Okay, I found it.
yeah.
Okay,
If
thank you.
you
Thank
go here, demo one, if you say demo one, then when I run this collection now, when I run this collection, it will run this demo folder as well, demo one folder as well. But when I run only this folder, then it will only run this demo folder. It will not run this demo one folder. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. I get it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
great. No problem. Okay. Now, this is all about, just read out. And now here I wanted to, okay, what else we did? We need to add, we also added get, post, put, patch, and delete a request. So I'm adding a simple request here. I'll add a get request here. Okay. Put the link address. Okay. And save it. Send it. Okay. So we did add a get request, a post request, a put request, a patch request, and a delete request, right? We did add them. Now, my question is, in what all requests do we need a body? I mean, 99 percent. In what all requests do we need a body?
you.
Put
Post
patch
and
and post.
put.
Post
Uh,
and put.
Post and put.
post and put, right?
Patch.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Is there any other request? Any other method?
Patch.
Correct.
Patch.
Correct. Why did we miss patch here? Okay. So we need body here. Okay. We need body. Okay. Now, so we are clear that post, put, and patch 99% or 100%, mostly 100%, we need a body for that successful to get a successful response. Great. Now, so we had, and we also discussed so we discussed get, post, put, patch, delete methods or verbs, and we also discussed the URL and the end point, and we also discussed this, and we also discussed the body. I mean, let me say, go ahead and add one post request. Okay, quickly copy link. Mm-hmm. Request post URL body, and what should be the, I mean, what should be the format of the body?
JSON. JSON.
Okay, yes, JSON. Let's select raw, JSON, save it, send it. Okay, so we discussed about body data, and also we discussed about headers in request, which we can hide and or and unhide them, and we also discussed about headers in the response, and we also discussed about we need to get the body in the response. We just need to confirm. Okay, like when you're running any request method and you got the documentation, let's say you got the documentation, so you go in here, you go to the website and see, okay, this is the body, this is the body, and this is the URL or endpoint. Okay, and we have this information. Now, what should be the response of this? The response should be 201. So we need to see, okay, we got 201, and we also need to check, okay, is the response having all these four lines of information? We need to check this as well. So we go in here and we say, okay, name is there, job, ID, create. So all in there. So this is a successful one. If anything is missing, let's say if ID or job is missing from here, okay, job is missing from here, then please create a bug. Please do create a bug, because the documentation says that all four lines should be available, and if the response doesn't have this line of information, then please do go ahead and create a bug. Okay, um now, okay, this is done. Now we will also talk about body. Okay, this body.
Uh,
Yes, Nadia.
yes, please. How to create a bug here in Postman?
No, you cannot create a bug in Postman. You can create a bug in either Jira tool or Azure DevOps tool. So these are the tools. I mean, okay, let me open this. Jira. What is Jira? Okay, let me ask. What is Jira? Okay, Jira is a versatile project management and issue tracking tool developed by someone. Okay, where you can like issue tracking, project management, workflow automation, agile support, and reporting and analysis. This is a tool where you create a bug. I mean, this will be provided to you by the company, where you can create bugs, and you can provide an information stating that, okay, I have ran this request, and this is the response which I got, and in this response this line of information is missing. So in that Jira tool, you can go ahead and what they say, you can go ahead and create a bug. And I think I have provided one of the link where you can learn about Jira. I mean, so okay, if I go in here, automation step by step. I think he has created a new series for Jira. Um, mm, uh, 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 okay, we'll come to this Jira thing. Okay, let's say that, okay, if something is missing, then we need to create a bug. Okay, um so okay, and this body, the request body is also called as payload. Okay, it is also called as payload. Okay, we can call it as a request body, or some call it as a payload. Okay, give me the information of payload. What exactly payload is? Payload is the body information that we need to put in the method. Okay, so that is called as request, that is called as payload. Okay, and what else we discussed? We discussed about parameters, query parameters. We also discussed about path parameters. Okay. So if we have question mark, then is it a query parameter or a path parameter?
Query parameter.
Query.
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 Okay. And if we have colon,
Separation.
Path.
path.
Path
Path
parameter.
parameter.
Yes, it's a path parameter. Okay. So we did discuss about this as well. Um, okay. What else did we discuss? What else we discussed? Hmm. Okay. Is this a post? Sorry, I missed
I
it.
have a question here, Ashish.
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
See, Ashish,
Hmm.
we are testing any application, right?
Huh.
So we let's see there is an application that is a payroll, right? So there are
Payroll.
lots of
Yeah.
things. So we need to test like list of employees and when they join the company,
Hmm.
like all the department they have, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
when I
Hmm.
click on any application,
Hmm.
so authentication is everywhere in every
Yes.
request.
Yes.
Okay. So
Hmm.
see, I used one request. Okay,
Hmm.
I used like get data of list of employees, right?
Hmm.
So I did it, right? I
Hmm.
got the response well and
Hmm.
everything. Okay.
Hmm.
So on the Postman I checked once. Okay.
Hmm.
And again I test another thing, like their salaries, right?
Hmm.
So there I also need authentication.
Yes.
I came on Postman, I come
Hmm.
on Postman, I
Hmm.
check it, right?
Hmm.
And again I need to use the authentication. Okay.
Yes. Hmm.
So the Postman will save the previous thing, or it will be eliminate itself.
See, if
Hmm?
if let's say
Hmm?
if you have ran the authentication request first you need to run the
Hmm?
authentication request to get the token, right?
Yes.
Okay, that token is
Hmm?
saved in
Hmm?
get all employees list, and then you ran it, then it was
Hmm?
successful. Okay, if
Yes,
you
yes.
run the authentication request once again, then the
Hmm.
token will be updated. There will be a new token generated. Then
Itself.
itself, yeah, itself. It will create a
Okay.
new token. Okay. Then you
Okay.
need to use the latest token. So make sure if the
Hmm.
authentication request has run once and you got
Hmm.
the token successfully and
Hmm.
it is working on the next request, then do
Hmm.
not run that authentication request once again. Do not run it. Do not run
Hmm.
it. Keep make sure that that particular request is not run. Okay, so that
Hmm.
if you run it once again now, it will fail all the requests once again because the authentication has been updated, but you have the old authentication token which you are using on subsequent requests.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
understood. Whenever you
Yes.
run a new Yeah, whenever you
Hmm.
run a new authentication request once again, then a new token is generated.
Yes.
Okay.
So we need to replace, like in the key pair section, in the
Hmm.
authentication, we need to replace again and again. Is it?
Yes,
Hmm?
you need to replace it once
Okay.
again and again. So don't run the
Okay.
authentication one. I mean, you know, frequently. Once is enough.
Hmm.
Once is more than enough. Okay. Now, okay, we did
Thank you.
discuss
Ashish,
yes,
I
please.
have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so authentication, authentication is like something which get expired. Is it like that? Does it have
Now,
anything
authentication
expired?
doesn't get expired until you close Postman. I think until you close
Okay.
Postman, authentication doesn't expire. The Postman is up and running, and
Hmm.
until you are running the request, it doesn't expire. I mean,
Okay.
I haven't seen authentication getting expired first after a certain period of time. So you can
Okay.
use it. Next day, if it is working, see this all depends upon the coding. I mean, how exactly the developer has developed the code. If he says, okay, once the collection has run, then the authentication should be expired, then yes, authentication will be expired. But if the code was done like, okay, authentication should not expire until the postman is closed, or until the postman is closed, or until the system is completely turned off, the authentication should not be expired, then yes, you can use the same authentication multiple times and in the complete day it will not expire.
Okay, so when developer have created all this API, they provide all these details, right? We do get a document to
Yes,
verify
we
that,
do,
okay, if
we
it is
do.
expired, then okay.
Yeah, that thing you need to ask. You might not get information, you might not get that particular information, like authentication will expire or not. That you might ask the developer, or you will get to know when you are running the request. So this is a
Okay.
thing which you might need to ask. You should ask the developer if the authentication gets expired or not.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And mostly it will not get expired, because what happens if it get expires now, then it's like you have to make changes in many places. So yeah, mostly it will not. And you need to send the request multiple times. It might also eat up the data on your system, or eat up the data on your memory. So that is the reason they might not do it. But still, it's a good thing to ask the developer if the authentication gets expired or not. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so discuss about headers, body, and query parameters and the path parameters. And what else? Yes, we did discuss about trash. Okay. open trash. So this is where trash. So you can delete completely or you can restore it to the collection, whichever you want. So let me delete this. Okay. And you can go back to workspace. So, and then what else we discussed? We discussed about history as well. Let me run this. Let me run this request. And in history, you will find all the requests that you have ran today. Okay, there's none. Let me do it. Okay, there you go. So if you run this, then run this. So you will find all the history in here. And console will come later. So, okay, let me explore this Postman first. Before that, let me come in here and let's see if we have a okay checking for something related to. Okay, so is this a query parameter or a path parameter?
Query.
Query.
Okay, and this one.
Path.
Path.
Path variable.
Super, super. So, okay, now this we got to know that this is a query parameter and this is a key and this is a value. This is a key and this is a value. Now, I want to change this put to the path, key and value. How can I do that?
So there is two way to change.
Uh,
In this column on the key place you can write and value you can give value, or you can change in the same
wait, wait,
bar
wait, wait,
in the
wait, 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 Renu. Sorry, you said that in query parameters, I can write what?
yes.
I
You
can,
can give the key
no, no, I want to
and their
change this
value.
to path variable. I need to change this to path
Hmm?
variable. Understand the question, please. I need to
Okay.
change this to path variable. So how can I make this as a key and a value in a path
You
variable?
must write two
Column.
colon. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
column.
It
Yes.
will appear immediately down.
Okay.
Yes.
And
And then you can write down in the key. You can
uh,
write what you want. You
in
can remove this puts. Remove puts from up.
how should I remove the put?
You
I,
just clean it. You just remove it. Yeah, just erase it.
no,
You
it is
just
not giving. No, it is not giving me to erase it.
delete it. No, no, from up, from the URL.
Okay.
Yes, yes. You
Uh,
can change it here. Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
and
that's what I mean. And you
and
can write what you want.
okay,
You
sorry.
just
Let
write.
me put here. Okay. So is this put? What is this? Is this a put? Is a key or a value?
It's a key, so you
Value.
have to
Key.
give the value.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, everyone are on the same page. So put is a key,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Wrong. Key is not a put is not key. Put is value.
Okay.
Okay. You need to put value here. Put should be here because put is an end point. You are hitting this end point.
Oh,
So now it works. Understood? If you put
no,
here, now let's say everyone said put should be here.
no,
Okay.
no. We mean that's what you put up is actually it's a key.
Nah, that is
So
not
it's
key.
this
That is
appears.
value. That is value.
The value is check its value. Put is the
No,
key.
no,
Check the value. No.
no, no,
Okay.
no.
Key doesn't
Put
store the value. I mean, can't we say that check what you used is a key and we are storing
yes.
a value inside that key?
Yes. So this,
What?
so if I save this, this will not run. See, put is not key. Put is a value. Put is the end point which we are hitting. So put should always be in the value. And path variable, you should name it. You should give a name to the path variable. A key name should be given. You can name it anything. You can also name it. Okay, let's say crazy. Okay. It can be a it can be a key name, but the value should be your end point. End point should be your value.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So see, now it worked. So now I have another, let me check this. Okay, here, how should I write this in a path variable? how should I use this endpoint in the path variable? What should be the key?
Mm.
What should be the value?
Patch is the value.
Okay. Okay, patch is the value. Key, what should be the key?
Anything you can give the name.
Okay,
Key.
great. Okay, great. So I'll say this as, so this should be value, right?
Hmm.
Okay, Monday. Okay, something like that.
Key
Is this
must
correct?
Yes.
Everyone on the same page,
No.
right? No? Why?
Yes, it is correct.
Patch
Speak again, Naki.
must be up.
Sorry, I missed it.
Is this correct or wrong?
Which one? No, it's
No.
wrong. It's wrong.
Wrong?
Patch must be up
Yes.
in the URL. Patch in the
See,
URL.
in the end
Hmm.
point you wrote what you wrote. It's very small to me. Monday or what you wrote?
Yeah,
Monday.
let me make it
Okay.
Monday.
It
Okay.
is it is it
Okay.
is
Okay.
correct. Hello.
Yes. So Monday is your end
Ah,
point
yeah.
here. So it means
Uh,
its value.
Monday is not my endpoint. Okay, let me remove this once again. Okay, I think now tell me.
Patch. Okay,
Yeah,
patch is
yeah.
a value.
Okay, so how should I write it in path variable?
Path. You need to put colon then.
Okay, let me put colon. Okay. Now.
So patch must be in the place of value, and the key you must write something
Yes.
else.
Yes.
Sure, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So this will work, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Patch
No,
must
Yes.
be written up.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
In
Yes.
it
okay.
will work. It will work. See. No, yeah, don't get confused. Whatever which is the endpoint which we are hitting, that should be under the value. And you can name the key anything that you want. You can name this cricket as well. Okay. Name anything. Anything is fine. But the endpoint which you are hitting, that should be under the value. That should be under the value. Okay.
Okay. But why when you write it up, when you write in the
Yeah, yeah,
URL,
we can write it up as well. We
but
can
why
go
it
ahead and
appears, it's a value and it appears in the key place.
no, this is not a key place. This is not at all a
A
key place.
value.
It's
It's
a
the
This is
value
value.
place.
It's a
yes,
value.
but why?
Uh,
But down it appears in the place of key.
yeah,
That's what
see,
I mean.
okay. Now I understand. See, what I did is I just added colon here. I just added colon.
Mm-hmm.
So what Postman thought is, okay, when you have added colon, it automatically thought that this is a key name, which is not, which is not.
Okay.
Okay, it automatically thought it. Okay, it's but that is not okay. Whenever you add a path variable, what exactly you do is you remove everything from the endpoint. Okay, actually you remove everything from the endpoint and you start with the colon. What I did is I automatically went ahead and added this colon. That is the reason it took it in key place. But normally we clear everything and then we add colon, then you give something here, then the value should be in here. Okay, so I
Okay.
it's a Postman thing. Postman automatically thought, okay, if you have added colon, which means I need to take patch as key name, but that is not correct. Okay, always do one
Okay.
thing, just clear this completely, the endpoint, then start adding it. Same goes with the what they say query parameters as well. Go with the question mark. Okay, clear everything and start with the question mark. But query parameters automatically it will be in the URL, so we need not to make any changes. But for the path variable, make sure that you clear the endpoint, then start with colon. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So one last time. Okay, now this post should be in path variable. Sorry, in the value place or in the key place.
Value.
Value.
Sure. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now everyone understood, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to explain. I think in API test, when you go to, okay, let me come in here and see view documentation. And okay, now you know how to view the documentation, right? Select the collection. When you select the collection, okay, you will have this view complete documentation. This is about the collection and what all are present in here, so it is just a description. And then when you click on view complete documentation, this is where on the right hand side you can see the list, the same list you see in here. Okay, and in here you can click here and you can click on any one of the method. Then you can see what exactly it does. Okay, now
Mhm.
tell me here. Okay, this is a URL and the endpoint, right?
Mhm.
This is a URL and
Yes.
endpoint, right? Okay. Now, what body is used here? Which is the body that is used for this patch method?
Mm.
Which format? Which format is used?
Um,
Normal text.
Yes, correct. Anyone else?
is that a tape?
Sorry.
We cannot see.
Now.
Um, it's a text because it's written raw text. Body raw text is written there.
Okay. So we are sure, right, that what they say.
Hmm. Yeah,
Uh,
and
uh,
it is also text.
yeah. So it at times the body can be in raw text, or there's one more, I think. We have text here, this functional. No, schema validation. In here, in here there is no body. Okay. Okay, forget
Mhm.
this is right. Sorry, forget. Okay. In here, if you see the body, what is the format of the body here?
URL encoded. There
Correct.
is no.
Correct. So at times, that is the reason documentation, reading and understanding the documentation is very, very, very important. All the times, I mean, 99%, it will, 90%, let's go with 90%, it will be JSON. It will be JSON. Okay. The body is always JSON, but at times, it can be a different text, a different body data. Okay. When I run this,
Format.
yes. So when I go with this patch and I open this request, okay. When I open the request and see the body in here, I see it's raw and text. Then there might be a question like why exactly it should be text? It should be JSON, right? So before approaching business analyst or before approaching the developer, read the documentation. If the documentation says that the body should be text, and once it is text and okay, now okay, let's say okay, is it visible or is it very small?
It's okay.
It's okay, right? Okay,
Visual.
so great. So now they are saying that this should be the response. So what should be the response code in here and what should be the response message?
Mm.
When you read this documentation, what should be the response code
Two
and
hundred. 200. 200.
message?
Message.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, successful.
Okay.
Yeah, message okay. Yes, message should be okay. So
Yes,
and
sir.
it gave us this should be the thing, the code and the message, and this should be the body. So always make sure that you compare this body with your response when you're running it. Okay, this should be the body, which is in a JSON format. Okay, this body is in JSON format. Okay, it's not in text format. Body is in JSON format. Please make sure that this is also checked. Okay, and also please do check all these are headers are available where these headers should be available.
The response.
Correct. So let's
Response
run
body.
this, send it. We have 200 and we have OK and we have headers, but there are only 6 headers here. Okay, but the documentation says how many headers?
9. 8 or 9. 8,
Eight.
I think.
Yeah, eight. Okay. So So we are missing two headers here. Okay. So you might then you can raise a bug, or you might ask the developer, where are those headers? I mean, I'm in documentation it says 8 headers, but I'm only receiving 6 headers here. Let's see, I think okay, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Content encoding. Let's see if we have content encoding. We don't have content encoding. Okay, that is not present. And what else is not present? Content type date. I think date is not
Concept.
present. Type is present. Yes,
Date is
date is
there.
present. Date
Date
is
is there.
present. Time is present. E tag. Let's see. E tag is present. E tag is present. Server
Vary,
vary.
vary,
Server
vary,
vary.
vary.
Okay,
It
so
not.
yes, so these two are missing. Okay, these two are missing. So you can raise a bug. You can directly raise a bug. It's no need to ask the developer. You can directly raise a bug. Okay, and check the body response. Please do check this is also very, very important. Okay, and also do check if the format is in JSON. Okay, why JSON? Because in here it says it should
It's
be in
also
JSON
written.
format. Okay, so this is one, and there's one more which we saw is this URL encoded. Okay, let me open this request. And here, if you see the body, you see it's URL, it's selected as URL encoded. X www form URL encoded. This option is selected, not raw. Okay, raw is not selected. This option is selected. Same at times when you let me also show you one more thing. There's one more way of adding a body to the what they say yeah, body to the request. Okay, we did create this one as well. So here, sorry, post here. Okay, here also we have form encoded. At times there will be form data. Okay, we select form data. That is where we go ahead and it will also be provided in the documentation. Like we need to provide form data. So form data is also key value paste. Go as form URL encoded is key value, as this is key value. In the same way, form data will also be key and value, key here and the value in here. Here you can also upload a file. We did discuss about this and we'll come to this later. We can also upload an external file as a key value paste. Okay, so so this you understood, right? So there might be
Yes.
n number of formats where we can where a post body data can be defined. Okay, and we also got to know the difference between query parameters and path parameters and how they are written, right? And in path, the value should be the end point. Key, we should name it. We should name it. Okay. Okay, great.
Yes.
So we discussed this, and what else? What else? Let us explore this Postman. Let's see what Postman uh, offers us. We have this 3 lines which is a menu bar, which most of the applications and the browsers have this, where you can have file, where you can create where you have number of options, where you can create new and all these things. Please do explore these, and you can edit also. You can edit. Please do explore, view, help. You can check for updates. You can check for documentation and GitHub and all these things. Okay, and home. If we click on home, then we go back to this home page of Postman. Then we can come back to this workspace again. And what else? API network. Okay, we'll come to this API network, which is really important. And you can search for anything. You can search for anything on Postman. Let's say, uh, what we need to search. Let's say demo. Let me go for demo. Okay, when we search for demo, then it gives us options. Okay, what all we have. We have a workspace. We have a collection. We have a request. Every information. If you just know the name, if you just know couple of words in a collection or a workspace or in a request, you can just search in here, and then it will provide you a complete list. If there is any public workspace or a public collection which has been shared by anyone, which can shared by anyone, those also will be displayed over here. Okay, and what else? I mean, this is all about exploring. We have, and you can go back and you can go forward. Okay. And this is status bar, and you can here if you're active or not, if your account is active or not, that is shown here. The same thing is shown here as well. Okay. Online here where your syncing is done. Where exactly the syncing is done is from your application to your browser Postman. When you open Postman in here, okay, when you open Postman in here, so it will be the same thing, okay, it will be the same collection, same workspace, everything will be same. So all the syncing is done. All the syncing is done. If you come in here, see, you will have the workspaces also same in here. Okay. Did I log in with? Okay. I think okay, this is a different workspace I'm looking at. Okay, okay, I need to change that. Let me okay, get testing game. Okay, in this change. See, everything has been synced. See, the new demo collection workspace which we created and the every information in that will be synced in here to the browser one. Okay, so that syncing process, to help that syncing process, this online is and also to run your request whenever you're running your request using HTTPS protocol, then this online will help you. When you're online, then only it will run. If you're not online, then those requests will never be successful. It will say there is a server error. Yeah, mostly server error because the connection is lost. The connection is lost. Okay, and then you can invite someone to your workspace or collection. Then this is the settings button. Okay, settings icon where you can click on settings. Really, you can see the release notes. Which release notes? The Postman release notes. And learning center. Here you can learn about Postman or APIs, anything. Okay, support center, trust, privacy terms, and all these things. Then here you will have the notifications. Okay, here you can see the information in here, okay, about your profile and what all teams you are added to. Okay, what all teams you, and you can sign out and switch accounts. Okay, and then you can upgrade, like you can upgrade to the paid plan of Postman and minimize this, we know. Okay, and this is a workspace, and this is, if we click on the new in here or we file and new in here, it's the same thing. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, and we can import. What does import does? Mostly what did we use this import for?
Yes, to import from somewhere to Postman, a
Yes,
collection or
the collection. Yeah,
Collection
yeah.
import
So
different with the drops and yes.
correct, good. And then overview, we know. Okay, the overview of this collection, if we click on this integration, then overview of this integration testing, which, and this is a tab. Okay, and what else? This you want to connect to the Teams or Slack. Okay, and then here, if someone is watching, okay, you can see if there is a, what exactly this watch or unwatch does is, if there is any change, if there is any change in the collection, or if there is any update in the collection, then you will be notified. Okay, now you are not, but when you click on watch, then you will see that you're the one who was watching. So if there is any update or changes in this collection, then you will be notified by email. Yeah, mostly it will be it will be email. You will be notified by email that there is a change or update or a deletion, something. Okay, and we'll come to this environment thing. And what else did I miss in here? Did I miss something at the top? API network. Okay, what exactly this API network is? Okay, API network, if I click on this, you can see, I mean, every every information, every changes, every addition, every deletion, every modification done on Postman by anyone in the world is displayed over here. So here you can see workspaces, there are 200,000 plus, collection 400,000 plus, flows, leave about flows. And so all this information you have in here. And you can, if you want to test any of the collection, um, there might be some public collections which you can test, then you can fork them. What does fork does is, forking is pulling, taking the authority. If I have this collection, okay, this bookstore is only my collection, okay, this is my collection, but what I did is I made this collection as public. I have placed it in this API network. So you can fork that bookstore collection, then you can make changes, you can modify it, you can delete it, which will not affect my collection. It will only affect your collection. Now you are the owner of your own forked collection. Okay, so you can pull it, which means it's about pulling the collection to your Postman tool. Okay, that is all about forking, taking permission. I mean, being the owner and taking a permission to modify, update, delete anything, or add addition, anything, doing that. Okay, so explore this API network where you might find. I mean, if you click on this view all, you might find some of the APIs. I mean, real world APIs where you can fork it to your Postman tool and you can run on them. You can make changes, you can explore, or you can test them. It is too early, but still, whenever you have time, you can try to do it. Okay, um, only if you have time. Okay, now let me go back to this demo. Okay, API network is done, and we have this file, edit, view, and help options, and search options where you can search anything on the Postman, anything, you can search for workspaces, you can search for collections, requests, APIs, public APIs, which you can want to fork. Flows, leave it. Teams, leave it. Okay, we are not working on flows or teams as of now. Flows, we will not. Teams we'll see later. Okay, and then we have this active, and we can invite settings and the notifications, and same in here. Okay, this is only to show if you're active or not, and this is the complete information about your profile and the settings, and sign out and switch accounts. You can also add an account. Okay, you can view your profile in here. And what else we have? Upgrade if you want to, and this we know. And this is a workspace name. Okay, this is a workspace name. And new import we know, new we know, import we know, and overview we know. And it else, okay, it else, environment will come, and this thing, variables will come when we create variables. And this, if you want to connect to Teams or Slack, and then if you want to follow, unfollow, then you can click on this watch or unwatch. And then this is the collections, these are all the collections. And for for workspace, we have overview, we have updates. If there are any updates done, post an update. You can also update this workspace. And then there is a settings icon. So we, I think it's only the public workspace which we cannot delete. If it is an internal workspace, we can go ahead and delete it, right? For internal, we can delete it. If it is a public one, if this workspace is public, then we cannot delete it. And here we have a configuration for workspace. We configured collections, environments, flows. Let me hide this. We don't want flows. APIs, we don't want. Mock servers, we need mock servers. Monitors, let's make it active. Specs, we don't need. History, okay, if you want, you can add specs as well, make it active as well, but I don't want as of now. And history, we need to check if there is any history. Okay, request ran in the history. Okay, theme, agent color, theme color, we really will not work on it. Okay, and so we can delete the workspace as well, because it is an internal workspace. But if we make it public, we cannot delete it. And we can invite people to this workspace. And so this is all options about workspace. Collections, as I said, please explore all these collections. And there's a new section created as more, where all these options have been you know imported. And what else, this is when you click on this three buttons at the very top, where you can add the collection plus button, then you will see the open trash button where you can navigate to trash, and then you can go back to workspace. And you also have, when you click on this plus icon, you can go to view more templates, where you can see templates for quality engineers and testing templates. Okay, and you have a option here as well. And okay, this is for collections and for folders as well. You have these options. Explore them, please do explore them. And then, okay, let's say if you want this regression testing collection, which is at the bottom, if you want this regression testing collection to be at the very top, then you can click this star icon. If you click the star icon, then it will move to the top. If you unclick it, then it will move to the bottom. Then if you click on, then it will move to the top. Okay, this is one more option. And what else? Yes, you can collapse the sidebar clicking on this icon, or you can expand the sidebar. Okay, if the workspace, if you want to make it big, then you can collapse it, or you can expand it, and it shows you you're online and if your sync is happening or not. Find and replace, we'll look into that. Console, we will look into it. Postbot will come later when we start automation. Runner is when we click on this runner thing, this will run the collection. I mean, you can drag the collection. Okay, we'll come to this collection. We haven't discussed about this as well, right? Start proxy. Proxy, we don't need it because it's our own home laptops. So we don't need proxy in our laptops. If we are working in any company and that company has a proxy, then you can start proxy. As of now, we don't need it. Cookies. Yes, let me run one of this. I'll show you the cookies thing, okay? Uh, of course, let me run this. Uh, if you see here, if you click on this cookies button, you can see there are multiple cookies added. Okay, there are multiple cookies added automatically. Okay, multiple cookies have been added automatically to the request. Okay, and same way, let's see sync. If you want to add some cookies, then you can sync them, which is really not required. Okay, then so you can check what all, you can also test this as well. If the cookies, the cookies which should be added in the request, are they added correctly or not? Okay, you can check this as well. Okay, and also if there are cookies information given in the response, that will be displayed over here. Okay, that will be displayed over here. Then you can test that if the right cookie has been added in the response or not. Okay, cache information you will not find, but cookies, yes, you will find. And you can also click on this cookies button where you can find this cookies information. Okay, request cookies information, you can find it here. Okay, and vault, we will come to that. We haven't discussed about this. Okay, trash, we know. And this is two pane view. If you want in this way, side by side, that you can click this. I prefer in this way. So, and help, this is where you can check the release notes, and same in here. And you can contact support, and you can contact community, keyboard shortcuts, every information, keyboard shortcuts. If you want to use, you can use this keyboard shortcuts. Then, so this is all about the Postman tool. Any doubts in here?
Ashish, if we are importing a collection, like for example, you have created a collection and we are importing it. So there might be some of the global variable which are there in your system. So when you are sharing a collection and I'm importing it, so will I also get the global variable already set up in my Postman when I'm importing, or I have to do it manually?
No. See, when I'm sharing a collection, let's say I'm sharing a collection which has global variables. Okay, global variables, I think I need to let me see. I'll come in here, and if I go to global, mm, yes, yeah. So when I'm adding a global variable, let's say I'm adding a global variable or an environment variable, then I need to provide you this collection, this one as well. Like, okay, we'll create an environment and I'll show it to you. Okay, So till here, any doubts to anyone? Is there any doubts or any questions? I think not. Okay. Now coming to your question, let's see. Okay, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's create environment. Why exactly we create environment? Because while testing, we might have multiple environments, one for testing, one for staging, and one for production testing. Okay, so testing environment might have different URLs and different test data. Uh, can someone mute yourself, please? Okay, thank you. And staging environment has its own URL and its own test data. Same for production, it might have its own test data and own test URL. Okay, different. All might be different. So that is where you need to create an environment. If you are testing on all these three, then you need to create an environment so that you can use that particular URL and that particular test data. Okay, so let me close this all tabs and come to collections. And let me go with this demo one only. Now, here, if I select this, there is no environment created. No, none of the environments created. So how can we create an environment is either clicking on this create new environment button, okay, clicking on the top and clicking on this create new environment button, or you can come to this environments and click on create environment. Okay, so let me click on environment, create new environment, and name this as demo. Okay, name this also demo environment. Okay, and in here in globals as well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a variable. Let me see, go to collections, and okay, we are, I think variables, it's the next thing. Okay, I'll come to this thing. So we got to know how to create an environment, right? So we have a, let's name this. Okay, we have some options here. Let me rename this as testing environment, testing, testing environment, and we'll create one more, plus name this as, what they say, staging environment, and we'll create one more environment, which is sorry, what is it, production. Okay, so we have three environments, right? Now we have three environments, and let me close. Yeah, yes, Nadia.
Please, what does this mean? What does this mean? Staging environments?
Staging environment is between the production and the testing environment. I mean, we let's say testing environment is like once, let's say, the food, the rice has been cooked. Now you are testing it. Okay, you're testing it. Okay, if the rice has been cooked properly or not. Okay, now production environment is, um, let's say, you are running a restaurant and production environment is the customer, where exactly it goes. Okay, if let's say if production environment is a customer, in between the production and you being a chef, there will be a middle person who will check from his end as well. Okay, if this should go to the customer or not, if this cooked food should go to the customer or not. So it is also a middleware testing. I cannot say middleware testing. It's also one of the stage where you will test it before sending it to the production. One of the what they say, stage, I can say, one of the step to make sure that everything is running cool or not, everything is peaceful or not. Okay, just multiple stages of testing. You can name this as anything else. Actually, they name it as staging, but you can also name it as UAT. You can also say user acceptance testing. That also you can
Oh,
say
okay.
that as well. Okay, so it's just a jargon. It's just a jargon. Why we do all these kinds of testing is to make sure that it's 99% bug free. That is all. Yeah, and you can create your own testing environment and name it something as well. Okay, if it is popular, then you're also popular. Okay,
So,
so
so you mean that The staging environment is the environment where we do UAT testing. Yes, UAT.
Yeah, I think it might
Beta and
be.
alpha. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be
Okay.
different in different companies. It might be different in different companies. They might not have staging environment at all. They might have directly UAT and then the production. So it's just a jargon. I mean,
Sometimes they have
Mhm.
4, sometimes they have 3. It
yes,
depends.
it depends. So
Mhm.
it's all about you will be notified. Okay, this is a testing environment. Test on this. This is a staging or UAT environment. Test on this with a different URL, different test data. This is a production environment. Test on this with a different URL and different test data.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Okay.
that is where if you are asked to test on all these three environments, then do create three environments. If you are only asked to test on testing environment, then please do not create other environments. It's just a headache for us. I mean, we will get confused and it's not required. So just create a testing environment and start doing testing on this. Okay, now in the testing environment, as we
So Ashish, why
yeah
I asked this question is like
uh,
the reason is that
uh,
I imported a collection of a bookstore. Okay,
uh,
that is what I received it from you, the collection.
yes
So in your collection, when I imported, I
uh,
saw that we are using base URL as a variable into
mhm,
your collection, and
yes
now I have my environment which I have created for simple tool rental, where
mm,
I have set up a base URL for my that collection, particular that collection. So
uh,
when I imported your collection,
mm,
I can see the code is working fine. I can
mm.
run with a base URL. You are also using that same variable base
Mm-hmm.
URL, but
Mm.
I cannot see that into my environment. I have
Correct.
not set up. That is what the collection which I have imported
Mm.
and what I have received it from your end. So
Correct.
I was wondering that
Uh,
from where the value is coming base URL correctly into that collection, which I have not set and I cannot even see in my environment.
yes, we are coming to that point actually. We are coming to
Okay,
that point.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. So actually, the next step is that Archita. I mean, first we wanted to discuss about environments. Then we will be coming to this variables collection global and
Oh,
environment.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. So now we have created. Now here the tick shows we are in the staging environment. Why? How we can get to know we are in the staging environment? If you to look at the top, then staging environment is selected. If you select this testing environment, then this tick will be enabled. Okay. Now we have a variable here. Let's say base URL and variable name. Okay, now we are discussing about environments creation. Everyone are clear with environments creation? How do we create an environment? I think yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So environments creation is done. Uh, Simple. It's just come to this environments and click on this plus icon, or you can add a click on this at the very top, and you can click on this plus icon. Okay. Now, uh, sorry, let me save it. Now, in the testing environment, I want to add a variable. Okay. Now we have three types of variables which we can add. Actually, there is a two more variables. Let me. There are two more variables which are local and the data variables, which we will discuss later. Okay, data variables is related to data driven testing, and local variables we will discuss when we are starting automation. Okay, so ignore these two variables. As of now, just think that we have three variables: collection, global, and environment variables, which we can create. Okay, now let me delete this. First, we'll create a collection variable. Okay, let's go to in here. And how do we create a collection variable? Let's say I want to create a collection variable for this URL. How can I create a collection variable?
Right click on this
Uh,
and set a variable.
uh,
Put the name.
uh,
Sorry, click on the set as new variable, not here.
okay. Okay. Hmm.
Yes, put the name
Hmm.
and set the scope collection.
Great.
Set variable.
Yeah. So we have this here. Now Okay, let me save this. I think we haven't saved it. Okay, we make sure you save it. Okay. Then how would we change this? We have a
Yes,
collection variable with base URL. So how can I use that base URL collection variable over here?
yes.
How?
Let's say in a collection we are using the same URL.
Double curly brace.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, this is how we access a collection with any variable. Let's say any variable. We can access using double curly braces. Okay, then when you hover on it, it gives you the value and it says it is in the collection variable. Now, so we have this. Now I'll create the same variable, same value, yes, in the environments. Okay, testing environment, and its name is as same name, same value. Okay, save it. Okay, done. Now I'll create a global variable with the same name. Okay, save it. Okay, save it. Save. Save. This tab globals has been modified from another tab. Saving these changes will override the globals. Save override. Okay. It's happening. Okay, describe these changes. Let's see. It has been saved. Okay, it was some error from Postman. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is we have variables, we have created variables for collection, global, and environment, right? All these three have been done. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this new request and I'll take this endpoint. Okay, I'll name this as set as variable and okay, set as new variable end point. Okay, and name it collection. Okay. Okay, so save it. Now if I go to collection, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add it in the same test. Okay, in collection variable, I'll name this users one, and in here endpoint users two. Okay, and then sorry, where exactly in global we are giving the same name, same name. Okay, but the values are different. Okay, I'm not sure why exactly they're doing this. Okay, so globals endpoint variable name is same endpoint, but the users the variable value is users here. When it comes to environment, variable name is same, but the initial value, the value is 2. I mean users 2. And when it comes to collection, the variable name is same, but the value is different. Users 1 here, and environment has users 2 as a value, and globals has users. Okay, so now tell me, when I come to the request, okay, when I come to and when I change, sorry, which one? This one, right? When I so which value will be reflected in endpoint? We have the same name. We have the same name. Endpoint is a name for all in all the variables. Collection, environment, and global. All three have same values. Yes. Which one?
Environments.
Environment.
Yes.
Okay.
It depends
Why?
what we have selected.
Sorry.
Is it depend on what we have selected?
Okay. Let me change it to no environment. Okay. Okay. Now Let me close this and open this once again. And it's a no environment. I haven't selected any environment here. Now which value will be reflected here in the endpoint?
Collection.
Global.
Collection.
Okay, let's see which one.
Collection, environment, and then global.
Okay, but when we come here, let's see now. So we have to see the scope of variables. Okay, let's see scope of variables now. I think I have this scope of variables. Variables and Postman. Okay. Variable scopes. Okay. So first, it should be local. We don't have local. Then data. Okay, we don't have data variables or local variables. Then it should be environment variables. But we are getting collection variables and not environment variables. We should get the environment should be the highest scope, not the collection. But what we are getting here, we are getting a collection variable and not the environment. Why exactly we are not getting environment and getting the collection variable here?
No environment
Because
selected.
no environment is
Correct.
selected.
So when we come to this environment selected, then we will see environment.
Environment.
Environment. Okay. So the highest priority will be given to environment, then comes collection, then comes global. Okay, so now what we will do is we will delete the environment. So we'll see if the collection is pulled in here or not. Okay, so we'll go to this environment and testing, and we will delete this. Okay, and we will save it. Now let's close this, come to the collection once again, and still the environment is selected. Testing environment is selected. Now which variable value should be reflected here?
Collection.
Yes.
Collection.
Yeah, we have collection. Now we will do one thing. We will delete the collection thing. Okay, collection variable. We'll delete this endpoint, right? Save, and then close this. Close this. We still have environment selected. We still have it. Now, which one should be accessed here?
Global.
Yes. Do we have global? Yes, we have global value selected, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So this is how the scope is defined. So please make sure whenever if you have if the values, if the what they say, variable values, not the value, sorry, the key is same, key name is same in collection, global, or environment, then this is the scope it follows. First local, then data, then environment, then collection, global. Okay, Postman is not a scope. Okay, it's just okay. So
Heading.
yeah, it's
It
just
looked
adding.
like scope.
Yeah, actually when we are writing, actually what they say, when we are writing script. Okay, I'll show you one thing. Let me come in here, I'll show you. It's just forget it after I said it. Okay, forget it. If I come here, okay, yeah, set a globe. Okay, when you see here PM, this PM denotes
Postman.
postman. Yes, it denotes postman. What it is doing is it is setting a variable. Okay, it is setting a global variable with a key. We need to provide a key and we need to provide a value. Let's do one thing. Let's see if it does or not. Monday and value. Let's give a value something here. Morning, Monday morning. Okay, save this, run this. Let's see if this has set a variable with key and a value. Okay, let's go to environments, globals. It does, right? It did, right? Okay.
Yes.
And why it didn't do it? Why didn't it added an initial value?
Yeah, because if you don't want the other people in the team to see it, then you should not put. You go directly to the current
It's a
value.
privacy,
Perfect,
useful,
perfect,
yes.
perfect. Amazing, amazing. Great, great,
Mhm.
great. Okay. So we don't
Ashish,
need, huh?
Ashish, I just want to ask you a question. To
Uh,
set a variable, we can go to that square up that has the cross down.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes, yes. We can, we
and
can,
then we set the yeah. Mhm.
we can. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll come to that part now. Okay, this part is this complete part we haven't discussed. Okay, we'll come to this. Thank you,
Mhm.
Ranjana ji.
Okay, welcome.
Okay, let's see if the color global variable has been removed or not. No, I didn't. Okay, let me remove it. We don't need it. Okay, and save the save option. Oh my god, it's troubling me. Let me forward apps. Change discard. Okay. Now I think I have given the same name. That is the reason it is doing that. Okay. Now I'll come in here. I'll run this request. Now you can also access your variables in a shortcut way, which from this icon. Okay, if you click on this icon, you can see all the variables in here. You can see this environment variable, global variable, and bifurcated. I mean, global variables, these two we have, and collection which we have, and environment, this is what we have. And I think which we click on this, it navigates to that particular section. Okay, this is a this is a shortcut where you can see all your variables. Okay,
Yeah,
icon
that is
and
easy.
yeah, it is, yes. And this is where you can add your comments. If you want to add any comments to your collection or request, just for your future reference or something like that. Okay, you can add your comments in here. And this is change log. Change log, we don't much use it. It's all about for the developers purpose. Okay, we don't use it. Oh, sorry. Okay, we can also see the information. Okay, if you have made any changes. Okay, the next one is for developers. Okay, if you have made any changes, any updates, then you will see in here who made what changes or who added what changes. So all this information you can see in here for this particular collection. Okay, for this collection and this is all about change log, and this is pull request. Pull request is like it's 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 totally for developer. Mostly 99% it is for the developers, because what they do is, I mean, if we come across Jenkins and we come across DevOps, then we will be using this pull request. I mean the code, the information which you have written, every information which you have written in Postman, if you want to run it on a continuous integration tool, which is Jenkins or GitHub Actions. And if you want to deploy your code to that particular, I think Jira doesn't do it. Azure DevOps. I mean, this is we will come to this pull request when we talk about Jenkins and continuous integration and Git and GitHub. Okay, ignore it. Okay, and what else we have? This is fork. If you want to fork the collection, then you can do it, which is like taking the ownership of the workspace or the not workspace, sorry, the collection, taking the ownership of the collection. Shortcut for this, and then information. This is about information about your collection, the details, everything, who created it, and all those information. Okay, no mock servers and no monitors. Okay, this is all about this. Okay, and what exactly this monitor does is it. Okay, this what exactly monitor does is monitor checks your collection's health, performance, and also if there is any issue with your collection, or if there is any issue if with any of the requests in your collection, it will send you an email stating that there is some issue, there's some problem, there's a problem with performance or with the health. I mean, it is not running or any information like monitoring is, it's a simple to understand. Like if you want to monitor something, it might be in a common thing as well. If you want to see if the curry is getting cooked or if the rice is getting cooked, then you monitor, right? Okay, if it is getting cooked correctly or not, if it is going good or not. So that is all about monitor, nothing more than that. Okay, you we will come to this monitor later, but that is all it does. It checks the health and performance, and if there are any issues, it will email it to you. So you have to just give the information here, then see, it will check, it will like create a monitor name, select the collection, select the environment if there is any environment created, or if there is no environment created for the collection, then you can ignore it. Then this is also optional. If you're doing a data driven testing, then you can select the file. then you can run this monitor we camera every day 9 p.m. or you can select, you can schedule it, okay. And then this is all about monitor, and you can give your email address here, then you can create a monitor so that it will, if there is any if retry, if run fails, then it will send you notifications, it will send you the notifications if there is any issues with your collection, okay. So this is all about monitor. Then this, as I have seen this schedule thing, okay, let me come to this collection. In collection, collection, okay, collection, authorization. Yeah, in collection, there is one thing which we need to discuss. When we click on this run button, okay, we have, okay, I think not in here. Where exactly went? Authorization, steps, variables. Okay, we'll come to that later. We'll come to that later. Okay. Now, so everyone are clear with variables, right? How to create a collection, global and environment variables, and what is the scope
Yes.
of it, right? Great.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So let me remove this. And how do you access variables?
So either we go to that place
Which
up,
place? Here?
like
Huh?
yes.
Huh?
Okay,
No,
then
no,
you,
no.
you
How do you use those variables in your request? How can you use those variables in your request?
With curly braces.
Double
Yes.
curly braces.
Yes.
yes, yes.
Double tap braces. And yes, okay, there's one more thing I missed. Which one was it? Endpoint, right? There is an inbuilt Postman variables. Okay, I have written it here. Okay, let me remove this also. Okay. And we have discussed this as well. And okay, discuss this too. Okay. And save. Okay. Inbuilt Postman variables, which you can use. And how can you access inbuilt Postman variables is same as you access the variables of what they say, normal variables which we create, but you do give two curly braces and you give a dollar sign. You should give a dollar sign where it gives the list of inbuilt Postman variables which you can use. Inbuilt, which you can use, like name. I want to use a random name. I can put random name. Okay. So random full name or first name. Let's go with the first name. And okay, see. And say for job also you can give something as random.
Ashish,
Yeah.
what do you mean by unbuilt variables?
What do you mean by
Unbuilt variables that you said.
inbuilt variables? Okay.
Inbuilt.
Yeah. Let me come random job. Do we have random job? Random job title we do have. Okay. Let's say, let me add one more request here. Let's go with the delete one. Copy link address. Request. Okay, so in here, what you're doing, how are you creating a variable? Let's say I want to create a variable for this information. How are you doing it?
Sorry, Ashish, what did you say?
Like if you want to create a variable for this part, how exactly are you doing it?
You set the variable. It means like you do the curly brackets, two curly brackets.
Now, how exactly are you creating a variable?
Using it in value.
You mean
Just curly braces.
Now
no?
that is
Right
accessing.
click and
No, you
set
go.
Right click
variable.
and
Yes,
set the
set
variable.
variable.
Yes.
So
Yeah, yeah.
you're doing it from your end, right? You are creating a variable, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you are creating it. But this variables were created by Postman. They created and provided it to us. We did not create this variables. Postman created it. Postman team, development team created it and provided to us to make our job easy. So that is the reason inbuilt in the sense Postman already have these variables inside them. That is the reason we say inbuilt variables.
Okay.
We do not create them. We do not create these variables. These are already built by the Postman team.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now,
So
Arshita,
there are two. There are inbuilt and the others. There are two types of variables.
user defined. Another one is user
Use
defined. Let's say user defined. Okay.
the dif-
Uh, yeah.
okay.
And so these are two. And Arshita, coming to your question, now I haven't provided this, I mean, this information. What I would have done is I would have exported this one. When I would export this file, I have only exported the collection. When I exported the collection, it did not, it did not provide the environment variables information or global variables information. When I export this one, when I export this collection, this environment one as well, then it will provide you the, what they say, if there are any variables added in the environment or in the global, that information will be provided in a separate file. Let's say if I,
Okay.
yeah, if I export this,
So
then this
what
is
you have provided is just a collection.
just the
So
collection.
those are the collection variables. Those are
Yes,
called collection variables.
those are
Okay, got
only collection variables. I mean, if you want to have the information of testing, sorry, not the testing, environment variables and the global variables as well, then I need to provide you another file, which is this one, the the environment file. I need to export it and I need to provide it, where
it.
you will
Okay.
have the variable information of this testing and global, sorry, testing, I'm saying testing, environment and global variables information. Every this information will be provided in this JSON file.
Okay.
Okay. And as
Yeah,
it was
I
only,
understood
yeah,
now. Actually, I wasn't aware that these three are different thing, collection, global, and environment. I was
no
thinking
worries.
there is only one thing. Now I understood it's everything is different.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we are all clear till now, right? We are all clear till now? Till here, sorry, till
Yes,
here.
yes.
Yeah, we are all, okay. Now, there's one thing which is very easy to remember, which is comments. Okay, how do we create comments? Okay, let me. Comments can be created. Okay, this is a single line comment. Okay, this is a single line comment, single line, and multi-line comment can be created in this way. Okay, this is a multi-line comment. Okay, everything in between this is a comment.
Yeah, that JavaScript.
Yes, JavaScript, JSON, everyone. I mean, everything has this in the same way. Okay. I
Mhm.
think C sharp and Java also in the same way. This is so these are common. This will not affect if you have added anything, any something. If you have added also, it will not affect your what is it? Your request or response. It will not affect it. You can add it under scripts as well. You can add. So here, is this a single line or a multi-line comment?
Single
A
line.
Yes.
single.
Okay. So these are
Single line.
comments. Yeah, these are comments. Okay. So we are done with comments as well. Now, okay, there is one thing. We will come to console use. Okay. Let me close all this since close all tabs and let me clear the console as well. Oh my God. Okay. Now till here we have what else I can take in here, which API documentation, validation we have done. We have done validation, and we know how to import and export collection, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is done. Okay, poking collection is also done. Okay, let me re try to say refresh it. Okay, import collection. We click on import, select a file, select any JSON file. Okay, collections. Okay, address. We select it, we import it. So we have the collection here. And how do we export it? We click on three dots, export, export, and we export it to the place that we want to save it. Okay. This is how import and export is done. And how do we fork a collection? How do we fork a collection is, let me take any public, any API from the public workspace. Okay, let's say, what do we have? I think I have name Echo. Okay, Postman Echo. Postman Echo. So we have Postman Echo. We have free public APIs. So I'm selecting free public APIs. Okay, so there's something called okay, football API. Let's go with football API. So this collection. This collection is not under my Postman tool. I'm not the owner yet for this collection. How can I be the owner for this particular collection? Is I need to click on this. Oh, collection not found. Oh, removed, I think. Okay. Okay, this is found. Now, how can I take the ownership of this collection? Is click on this fork icon, then select the workspace that you want to fork into, and it has a label. Okay, and then just click on fork collection. If you click on fork collection, then this complete collection will be under your demo workspace. Now you're the owner for this collection. You can add a request, you can modify requests, you can delete requests, you can delete the collection, you can make any changes to this collection. So this is how forking is done. Okay, understood?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is done, and I want you all to watch this video. It's just around 6 minutes. Okay, just 6 minutes of a video. Okay, which was recently released by the Postman team. Okay, which was recently released by the Postman team for the variables. How do you secure your variables? Okay, which is really good. Okay, really, really good, really informative and really good, which we have already done, but still watch it. It's fun. Okay, just 6 minutes now, so it's good. Now, what else? What we missed? Jira and something else we missed. Monitor collection. Monitor, we did discuss about monitor. Pull request. Sorry, this pull request and Jira is later part. We'll go with this later part. Now, what else? What else? What else? What else? Comments we are done. Authorization we will do it. Save response as example. Okay, let's talk about this. Save response as example. How can you save a response as an example? Let's say, okay, endpoint, let's give your users, and food, sorry, where is it global? Okay, how can we save this response? How can we save this response as an example? It is by
It's
click.
down,
Yes.
save.
Yeah. So this is the code and message. This is the time taken. This is the size, response size and request size. And this is a network. And this is where you can save a response as an example. Okay. And we also can save response to file, or we can clear the response as well. We have this option as well. And we can click on this history, where you can see when all it was ran and what is the response of it. Okay. So you can click on this history icon. Yes.
So this network that is there near the status code down, is it the same as API network up?
No,
Is it the same?
no. This is something different. This is related to this particular response. If the network is successful or not, it is not giving in here. let's see if there's some. So the example has been saved. See, the example has been saved. Okay, this is example has been. Now let's see in somewhere we can find this network information. Okay, let me go to this API test and perform this data type and run this. Let's see if this has some information. No, it is not providing any information about network. Maybe if we are working under proxy, or I think that point of time we might get this information. Now, as it is our personal computers, maybe we are not getting it. But I'll still search on this. I'll research on this what exactly this network icon does. But yeah, I'll search and I'll provide the information. Okay.
Okay.
Great. So we know now we know how to save an response to a example, right? Click on this and it will create a response. And you can name it. You can name anything that you want, or you can just leave it. And it has created. Okay, it did also. Okay, and you can also save it as response file and clear response. If you click on clear response, it will clear the response, and you can run it once again. Now in here, there's one thing. If you click on this arrow icon right beside upgrade, you can see how many APIs. If you hover on this eye icon, then you can see number of APIs created by your team and manual collection runners that it has been done. Like one of 3 APIs was created and 8 of 25 collection runners have been run and postbot autocomplete. So this is just for information. Okay, just for information. We need not to dig deep into this. It's just for information, like what exactly it does. Okay. If you want to see how many collection runners still left, how many APIs still left to be created, and how many postbot auto completions which are left for your uh, profile, then you can see that information here. Nothing much, nothing much. Okay. And okay, this is done. What else? What else? What else? Console use. We will come to console use. Before coming to this console use and JSON body data in format. Okay, we did discuss about JSON body. Okay, in here JSON body data format, I need to discuss. Okay, we discussed about text. We discussed about form URL encoded and form data. Form data also same like key value, and form URL encoded is also key value, right? So, and we know raw text. Now we'll discuss about JSON. Okay, how exactly JSON is represented. Okay.
Ashish,
Yeah.
Ashish, please, before you go, what are they? This raw and form data, and what we call them?
It is
What
a
are
body
they?
data. It is a body data. Same like JSON. It is a body data. It is also called as payload. We can call it as payload as well.
Payload is not the text that is in the response body. I mean the request body.
Request body, yes, whatever is present in the request body is known as payload.
Yes.
So this is also one kind of payload. If you come in here, this is also one kind of payload. This is also a payload. And
No, I
uh,
yeah, I don't mean that. For example, when you go to the like where there is JSON and text, these are formats. They
yes,
are formats. Yeah,
yes,
we call them. They are under the name of format, type of formats. But
yeah,
here, like for example, form data, this raw, this
yeah,
G graph,
yes,
these things.
yes.
What we call them? They are under umbrella of what? Like what are they?
Okay, okay,
You
okay.
know,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Mm.
I understood. So you say that JSON, text, JavaScript, these are all formats, right? You're saying
Yes,
these are all
yes.
formats, but what are these? I mean, form data, I,
Mhm.
these are not formats. I don't think so. These are formats,
No,
but
no, they're not formats. Yeah,
yeah, these
they're
are
not.
not formats. These are payload. I know these are formats, but what umbrella they come under, I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. I need to check response on this. I'm really not sure. I
Okay,
need to see on this. Okay,
okay,
or you can explore and you can tell me in the next class what umbrella
okay.
they come under. Okay.
Okay,
And
okay.
GraphQL is not. It's not. We are not. We don't. It's not a format. It's not a. It's not. It's a complete different protocol. It's one of the API protocol. Like we have as we have SOAP, as we have REST, as we have in the same way we have GraphQL. If we select GraphQL, this is one way of what they say testing APIs. This is not this is different. Actually, this should not be in here. I don't know why they have added it here, but this is one way of testing in APIs. GraphQL is a different kind of APIs, as SOAP APIs, REST APIs. In the same way, GraphQL is a different type of protocol APIs. Okay,
Okay, okay.
leave this GraphQL. We are
Yeah,
not.
it
We are
was
not. Yeah,
it
Graph.
was in one of the documents you provided at the beginning. I remember. Yes,
Okay.
that
Yes.
was what, like yeah, I remember. You wrote it
Mm,
on the document.
mhm. Okay, let me see. If you can find that, please provide it to me, because we are not you know uh, we will be not discussing on this GraphQL APIs, because this is completely different. This is neither REST nor SOAP. These are completely different APIs and a different way of testing APIs. And binary,
Okay, okay.
yeah, binary we don't, I don't know binary. Okay, this is where you can select a file. Okay, we can upload files. If we have any files, we can upload from, yeah, we did discuss about this. And there's one more place from where we can upload files is from form data. Here we can upload, we'll come to this. And none, we know none means there's no body data. Okay, so JSON, how exactly JSON is represented? Let me. Okay, okay, okay. Just- Uh, let me keep it here. Let me comment this out. Right. Okay. Now, so there are three types of format. I mean, three ways. One is JSON, one is URL encoded, and one is form data, which we can add body. And there is one more way, which we have seen, text, which we have seen is text. Okay. Now, text, we know it's a simple text. Okay, which is a one liner or a passage or a paragraph. Okay, then URL encoded, we know key value. Form data also key and value. We can also upload a file which has key and values in it. Okay, now when it comes to JSON, okay, when it comes to JSON, let me know it. Why still it is giving an error? Okay, okay. Sorry. It is to open curly braces. Okay, let me remove this one as well. Now, let me put enter and let this one say enter. Okay. Now, how exactly JSON body is defined is it has a key and a value. Okay. If if the value if the value is apart from numbers, then it should be under double quotes. And the next key value, before adding next key value, we should separate it using comma. There should be a comma. If we do not have comma, let's say age and 32, okay, then it will give us an error stating that expected comma. We need comma. So we need to add comma in here in order for it to work. Now, why exactly this is not working? Because age should be in double quotes. Now it's okay. Now, if you see integer, this number, I haven't put in double quotes. Why? Because it is not text. It is not text. That is the reason. Anything apart from number should be under text, but anything which is a number should not be under double quotes. Yeah. Sorry. Like double quotes. Wait. And 6 3 point. Okay. So in here as well, I need to put in comma. Same. It's a number. As it is a number, then this is not a. But there is one thing which you need to put under double quotes is this one. If it is date, then date should go under double quotes. It should go under double quotes. And okay. Key should always be under double quotes. Okay, there's no miss in that. So this is the JSON format. This is how a JSON format. What exactly JSON is? JSON Java script object notation. We'll come to this, what exactly JavaScript object notation is when we start automation. So now you understood how exactly JSON should be represented. I mean, key should always be in double quotes. It should always be in double quotes. Value, if it is if it is apart from number, if it is anything else, then that should be under double quotes. And if there is any another key value added, then it should be separated with comma. At the end, you don't need comma. Once the last one is completed, then the comma is not needed. Now, okay, let me
Uh,
see. Yeah,
Ashish,
yeah.
please. You said date of birth must be the number must be between double quotation. If we
Yeah.
have, for example, the ID number, it's a long number that is
No, no, no,
separated with.
no. ID can be like let me call double quotes ID. ID is fine. Why date?
No,
Why?
uh,
Uh,
no, like ID, like for example, for us here, the ID is your birth,
uh-huh,
like your birth dates, and then there is this what we call it, a line beside
uh,
it,
uh.
and then you have four numbers. It's a bit similar to the birth dates.
Then it
Yeah,
should
it's
go
like
under. Yeah,
this.
then it should go in under double quotes. Why under double quotes? Why under double quotes? Because if you
Mhm,
see here, we are using an hyphen or a minus symbol. I can say minus symbol or a hyphen, right? So
mhm.
JSON doesn't doesn't know that the what we are using is a date, and date can be represented in any way. It can be hyphen, or we can also use a
Slash.
forward slash, or yeah, it can be represented in this way as well, right? So that is the reason.
Mhm.
If there is any special character, if there is any special character used in your value, then it should always go under double quotes, always.
And then in that case, even point, like for example, if we
Yeah.
have a
I
decimal,
got,
like for example,
yeah, I understood.
all
Uh,
possible cases,
yes, but
because sometimes, yes, sometimes it's because of small mistake in the syntax of
yeah,
JSON, we
mm,
get stuck, we cannot go for the next step. That's why I
let's
asked.
yeah, I understood. Let's see. Let me add another date of birth. DOB. Okay, okay, DOB1. Let me add it in DOB1. Yeah. And let me give it as point. Okay. Still, it is complaining. The reason being, uh, okay, how can I explain? Okay, let me say, number. If we take a simple number, it is 2 or minus 2 or 99, something like this, right? But if you want a decimal number, how do you uh, how do you write it?
2
Decimal
dot
number
2.2, 2.37
2.2, 2.3, right? You write it in this way, right?
in the negative way also.
Huh. But you never write decimal number in 2 minus 3 or 2 forward slash 7. You don't write it in this way, right? Okay, this is one reason why we don't put double quotes for a decimal number if still it has point dot in it. There's one more reason. The JSON has been coded in that way. I mean, when JSON was created, said for the date of birth, it should be, however you represent the date of birth, it should go under the double quotes. It should go under the double quotes. You represent it in a dot format, you represent in a forward slash format, you represent in a hyphen or a minus sign format, it should always go in the double quotes. But for numbers and for decimal numbers, we don't need a double quote. We really don't need a double quote. That you can,
Okay.
yeah, you can remember this, then it will be it, you can easily find the errors. Okay, if
Mhm.
you are, see, simple,
Ashish,
yeah.
yeah. If by mistake we have typed similar key multiple times, like date of birth
uh,
one instead
uh,
of that one, if we
uh,
have wrote DOB only
uh,
multiple times, so how what will be the final record, the result?
no, it will be, I think it will say that already defined. That is what it does. It is not, okay, it is not giving a second one, but we'll check in console.
It's
Let's see.
overwriting, I think
Yeah,
so.
let's over. Okay, let me give the year. Something else. Computer. So this not happen. And save, and let's see. Mhm. It's, yeah, it's overriding. It's taking the latest one. And when you hover on this, see, it says duplicate object key because it's already defined at the top, and you're defining it once again. You're defining it once again. It's saying like, do you really need it? It's a duplicate one, but do you really need it? Then
Yeah.
actually request will not have, I mean, body will not have duplicates, but yeah, if there is a duplicate, then yes, it will override. Thank you. Thank you. It will override the value. It will not take the older one. It will take the latest one. And let me add one more thing and let's see. Let's experiment this too. DOB. Okay, comma is missing. 3, 3, 33. Okay, save, send. See, it's overriding. It's taking one value, one key value only. It's printing out one key and one value only, but it is taking the latest one. It is taking the latest one, whichever is the latest one. Okay. Then if I say, let's try this. One here, and one here, and let's put the first one to be 3, 3. Let's see if it is taking the highest number or the latest one. It is taking the latest one. The
Latest.
the latest one, it is taking the latest one. So this is how you can also test. Yeah, good one. This is also you can test. So it is taking the latest one. So now, okay, let's come to this.
Ashish,
Yeah, yeah.
Ashish, when he takes the latest one, means the others they are saved or no? He does not take them in consideration.
No, it doesn't take into consideration.
Okay.
It doesn't. As it is not taking into consideration, that is the reason it is printing the latest one. I think.
Okay. Okay.
Still, okay.
That's good.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Nothing. Nothing. It's okay.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. Now let's have a quiz. Body. Just see. Okay. Start with curly and curly braces. Okay. Now, what all changes should I make here to make it a valid JSON?
Double quotation for
Double
both
quote.
key and value.
Okay.
Hmm.
And
Mm,
instead
Name.
of equal
Hmm.
to, you have to
I
write
equal to, I need to put a colon, right?
colon, right?
follow. Yes.
Okay. Now let's say colon 100 uh, and uh,
Double quotation for age.
1 minute,
Okay.
1 minute, one
And
minute. So, what else? What else? What else? Um, what else? Uh, Okay. Now what all changes I need to make?
Double quotes for age and comma in between
Okay,
after
Yeah.
double quotes here and a comma where? Sorry.
after Ashish, after 100.
100.
After
And after,
Ashish, after 100. Okay. So we don't need double quotes
Maximum
for 100, right?
supported segment.
Yes.
no.
Okay.
No need.
Last name
Double
we
quote.
need double quotes and then
Surname also need double quote and a
uh,
comma.
yeah, and the comma. And
Weight
for
also
weight
need
also
double quote.
I need double quotes. That is
Yes.
all right.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't need it for here. So now we got to know
Ashish,
how.
just for DOB, we need inverted commas.
Yes, for date of birth we need double quotes. Yes, we do.
Okay, just for that.
Yeah, just for
Okay.
that. Okay, let me add that too. Um, DOB. Okay. DOB double quotes 0101. Okay. Still, it's giving an error.
Ashish,
Why?
Comma at the
Yes.
update.
weight
Perfect.
after
Perfect.
comma.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now let me do one thing. Close all tabs. So we got to know the JSON body format and the pay, and it's also every body which is provided in the post, put, or patch request. Body data is known as payload. It is known as payload. Okay. So let me remove this too. Okay. Console layer will come to this. Will come. This is called active practice. Monitor collection we have. Monitor collection we did. This. Okay. There's one thing which was register successful. Keep the link. Add request. Okay. And body. And body. Mm, mm, oh, sorry. Yeah, good. Okay. Question. Okay. So what changes I need to make in here? Yeah, we have got, I mean, this is a dummy APIs which we have checked, but I need to make two changes here to make this red squiggly line go off. What changes should I make? What is the first change?
Semicolon. Ashish.
Sorry,
Uh, colon, instead of colon, use semicolon.
semicolon. Na. This is not I was looking for actually. Uh, Actually, this I should have not used this one. Let me delete this.
The space, I think.
No. Let me delete this. Let me take a different website. Dummy JSON. Where exactly is the dummy JSON? Dummy JSON. I can have one more thing here. Okay, page users. Okay, add a user. Okay. So in here, add a new user. What is the URL that we need to hit? What is the URL that we need to hit?
This one,
The first
https
HTTPS after
www.json.com.
fetch to comma before
Till
comma.
here, or
Yes.
okay. Add request. What is the mistake I'm doing in here?
Yes,
Okay.
this one, what you call?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
So I need to remove this. Okay. And I
Yes.
need to change. Okay. This is a which request method this is?
get.
Post.
Right?
Post.
How do
Sorry,
Post,
post.
post,
Post.
post is written
yeah.
there. Post.
Okay. Sorry. And
Take the
how can I
body.
get the JSON body? From where to where is the JSON body?
From the curly
It's
braces,
just
it's body JSON.
Or
Uh-huh.
This one, yes.
Okay.
To
curly
to
uh,
braces.
curly
yes,
glasses close.
yeah,
So till from here to
yeah,
till here
yeah.
or till here?
The
Till
first one.
here, first one.
First one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Copy.
Yes.
And put in the one shapes. Okay. So, so why I'm getting a bad request here?
Because in the
Uh,
age
JavaScript.
250 there is a comma, so you need to delete it.
Look at the request once again. And
Age and last name, they must be
Request
between
and post
double.
need to
Yes,
be
double
changed.
quotes. Yes,
Double,
sorry,
And
someone did say about method.
uh, get to post need to be
yes,
Correct.
changed.
yes.
Correct.
Post.
Why did you go to age? So okay. So first thing is this. Second thing,
All the
JavaScript
strings
to
should be in
JSON.
inverted commas.
yeah, Jason.
JSON.
Jason
Okay.
instead of
JSON.
JSON.
Yes.
Renu. Okay. Now change it.
Double quote.
Oh, sorry. Still need practice, huh? Still need
Name
practice.
also double quote.
Yeah.
First name also double quote
Yeah.
and
Yeah. So when you're having the information in the documentation, still you're getting confused, stating that you're just looking at the red squiggly line, okay? But you need to look
double
at the
quote.
complete request, complete everything. You need to look from the top. That is
And
why I
comma
said,
also need
yeah,
to be
sorry,
removed.
removed.
Yes.
Okay. That is why I gave an example
Save.
of why when when the rice is not cooked, when it is burnt, you start from the beginning. So, if there is an error here and still you are unable to find it, okay, let's say, okay, let me go with this get only and let me go with JavaScript only. And here, as Renu said, I give here something else. Okay, something, okay. Still you will get an error when you are running it. Still you will get an error. Then you will not find where exactly the error is. So do not only look at where the line, if there is a red squiggly line, look from the top, look from the very top. See from where exactly we are going wrong, where exactly we need changes. Okay, that is how you will get to know. That is how you. I mean, debugging. If you come to programming languages, then it's called as debugging. Debugging. You can put a debugging point. Okay, you can put a debugging point at one line, but it starts from the top. It starts from the top. Okay, so yeah, please make sure that when you are having a documentation and everything, so make sure that every bit of information you added is correct. Okay, so so need practice and need to take time. No rush in giving answers. Take time, see where exactly we are going wrong, where exactly we need to work on, and give it. Okay. Now, as we are getting late,
Ash,
yeah.
Ashish, please, just one question. For
Huh.
example, now you find these things that you have to correct, to get to
Hmm.
201
Hmm.
as a, status code.
Hmm.
But you will do the change, but you will write it somewhere, or I don't know, because how to document this, how you others will know that you did this. It was at the beginning, like JavaScript, and it was
You
get
can
instead.
document here. You can document here. Document here. And done.
Okay.
Okay. Changed
Oh,
from get oh, get to post method. Okay.
mm,
Changed from JS to JSON
mm. So you
formatting.
have to do this step. Otherwise, the others, they will not, like, if someone take over, your work, or want to look at it, they will not know what you are doing if you do not,
Yes. Yes.
write here. Mm,
Comments are your
okay.
best friends. Not only your best friend, but your colleagues, your friends' best friend as well. That is the
Okay.
reason we use comments. Comments are very, very, very important for the beginner, not only for the beginners, for the experienced ones as well. See, I might be good at JavaScript. You might be good at Java. Someone might be good at C sharp. He might have different used. It's the same. Let's say, um, let me come to the script. Okay. Let's say, age, JavaScript, right? Okay. We do not need to. Uh, we do not need to define an what they say data type. Okay. Let's age equal to 30. Okay. Let's say age equal to 30, and I give a logic. If age is greater than or equal to 18, okay, why there is a 0 in here, okay, then, okay, for JavaScript it is console.log, okay, log, uh, we are allowed to enter the pub, okay, else, 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 what do you say, console.log. Okay, sorry, I need to end this with semicolons. So dot long. Try next time, next year. Okay. So this is JavaScript code. Okay, this is JavaScript code. Same code when it comes to Java. Okay, when it comes to Java, I'm just giving an example of why comments are important. Okay, leave about this coding thing. Okay, when it comes to Java, I pasted here. This will be system
Println.
dot
Yes, system
out
println.
dot print ln. Here, what mistake I'm doing? Here, S should be uppercase.
Big.
Yeah. So same copy. Okay. Same when it comes to C sharp. Okay. Uh,
Case sensitive.
when it comes to C sharp, it is console. Same console, but right line here. Okay. So now, let's say you're very new to C sharp and Java, very, very new to C sharp and Java. You never ever coded in your life in C sharp and Java. So you will not understand what this console.writeLine does. And you will not understand what the system.out.println does. So this is where the comment comes into picture. Okay, you can say system.println, this one, prints the text to output. Same console.writeLine prints the text to output. Same console.log prints the text to output. Same in Python, it's only print. Okay, in Python you only use print. You don't use all this extra stuff. You just say print. It will print. That is all you do. Okay. So comments are very, very important for anyone. For anyone, when you come in future also, if you want to understand your logic, what logic you have written, then if you read the comments, it will save your time. It will save a lot of effort as well. So make sure you add comments each and every time, wherever required, wherever necessary. Small, very small comment might also be very useful in future, very, very useful in future. Okay, so make sure you add comments. Now coming to this positive, negative and negative flows, sorry, combined flows, I wanted to discuss that because let me delete the complete folder here. First thing, I've seen in the collections that have been provided to me, scripts have not been added in all the requests. Please do add scripts in all the requests. I mean, at least add one script. At least add one script. Let's say, what they say, if I come in here, create, copy, add request, post URL and body save center. Okay, here I have 2 not 1 created. So go to the scripts. If you don't want to add all 3 snippets, just add at least add 1 snippet. Why I'll let you know. Okay, here it's 2 not 1 created, right? Successful post request. So if we use this snippet, it already has successful post request and the response code should be one of this one of 2 not 1 or 2 not 2. When you run this again, you can see the test result being passed. Why exactly this is important? Because when you're writing test cases, okay, when you're writing manual test cases, you have expected response and actual response. So when you have expected and actual, that is what you're checking. This is what actual response is, okay, and we are expecting also the same response. In our script, in our snippet, we are also expecting the same response. So that is why at least one snippet should, if you can add only this snippet, that is also completely fine. In one of the requests, you add all 3, but in others, please do add at least 1 snippet, which is really important because every test case which you are writing, it might be manual, API, database, performance, security, any test case, mobile, any test case, there should be expected and the actual result. Expected result and actual result is expected in a test case. So when you're adding a test case in here, this is also a test case. Okay, this is also a test case. So then you have the actual, then the expected should also be written. Okay, so please do add wherever required in your collections. Okay, this is the first and the most important thing. Now coming to the positive and negative flows. Okay, now tell me here. Okay, this is a jumbled one. Okay, jumbled what is it, jumbled documentation. Okay, in here, what should be the first positive flow? What should be the first positive request? What should be the first
Get
positive request?
get
Get
Huh?
get
Get
get user,
get
single user.
List
get single
user.
user. Get single
We
user.
respect logic. Mm.
Sure. If there is
Yes.
no record present in the database and you're trying to get a
So
single user,
Single
we need to
resource,
post
single
first.
resource,
sorry.
single resource, single
Firstly,
resource.
we need to post Ashish, then only we can
Yes,
get.
yes. So first it
Okay.
should be, first we need to create a user. Okay. Then once we create a user, then comes get list of users or get single user. Okay, you can use any one of these. Okay. Then comes get a single user, comma, all users. Okay. Then comes what next? What next? Okay, before creating also, before creating, let's say uh
Reg-
let's say in Facebook you want to create an account in Facebook. How exactly will you do it?
Register.
You must register first.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
and then
what should be
login.
the first positive
Register.
flow? Should be register.
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 Register should be first, then create a user. Okay, create a user, then comes login. Okay, or create a user, then comes, okay, we can go with get a single user or all users, then comes login. Okay, so then comes login, and then what after login, what is the next, what is the next positive
Login,
flow?
login unsuccessful.
Yeah, login, sorry, what is the next one? In positive,
Login unsuccessful.
in positive.
That is negative. Okay, okay. So you
Okay,
separate them. Okay.
so
Mm.
first is register, then comes create an account, then comes login, then comes searching for list of users or a single user, then we can go for list resource or single resource. Okay, this comes next. Okay, so single resource slash list resource. Okay, then comes, or you can keep it single resource at the top as well. I think this resource is all about what exactly. Okay, ID. Okay, yeah, after creation of account, it provides your information. Then comes, sorry, what next? Next comes put or patch or delete.
Put first,
Okay.
then patch, then
Update.
delete. Delete is
Update
the
user.
last.
Update user. Then
Mm,
comes, okay, put and patch is
patch,
same. Put and patch
Same.
is same.
and then
Then
delete
comes
at the end.
delete.
Then
Okay,
delete.
yeah, so this is how a positive flow should be. Okay, after deleting a user, you cannot search for a user. Okay, this is not a positive flow, or you cannot get all users and expect the deleted user being in this get all users. Okay, so this is not a positive flow, so please refer your collection once again, recheck with your collection once again, and also, you know, positive flow, I mean, there was one collection where positive, for positive flow, all, I mean, in get, all the get requests were in one folder, posts were in one folder. So that is not a positive flow. The positive flow should be in this way. Sorry, where it went, this way. It is a combination of get, post, delete, put, everything should. And after deleting user, you cannot search for a user. Okay, okay, you can search for a user, but that will be in a combined flow. In a combined flow, you can add this search for a user or get all users. But in a positive flow, it should end here. It should delete user. It should end in here itself. Okay, and what else? And negative flow, you know, I mean, negative, how you can create unsuccessful register, unsuccessful creation of account, and those all things. Okay, when you're combining, make sure that everything is included. So this is how a positive and negative flow should be created. And also, please make sure that at least one snippet is added, one, at least one, that should be, response snippet is more than fine, but in one request there should be all these three snippets. Okay, the timing one and the content header one. Understood?
And they must be all passed.
Yes, all must be passed. All, every request should be passed.
Okay.
Every, if you are creating a negative scenario, let me give an example for that also. Negative scenario, delete response, no, this is 200, delete is also 204, resource not found. Okay, here, resource not found, copy link. So I go in here, this I'll keep it in the positive flow, positive flow. Okay, this request I'll put it in positive flow. And there's one more request, sorry, not request, delete, one more, no, sorry, folder, add folder, negative flow. Okay, in here I add a request. So what was it? Get one, right? Get, okay, save. 404 is the response. So now tell me, in script, what changes should I make in here to make the test pass?
We must write to
Yes,
404
we
in
must,
the
yes,
200. Yeah,
yeah,
down
in
and that's
place of
function
200.
and up. Yes. Oops.
Right? So now we have, actually it's 404. expected is also 404. Now when we run it, the test is passed. And how a positive flow is created?
So
First
the logic.
register, then create create user. Okay, create register is post. Okay, I'm not changing. Okay, let me change it. So create user is also post. Then new request. This is get, right? This is no. This is also create user only. Okay, you don't need this. Then get user. Okay, then get all users. Okay, then it should be update user. Okay, then it should be delete user. Done. Okay, the positive flow is done. Okay, you cannot again add a request in here stating like get all users. Okay, please don't do that, because this will be coming under the combined flow when you're getting yeah, when you create a combined flow, then you can add this after deleting in get all users. That particular deleted user should not be found, or a get single user, that deleted user should not be found, because this will be a double effort. So don't do it. Okay, not required. But this is how a positive or a negative flow should be. I've seen some collections where all in a positive flow all the get requests were added, and in some collection it was like uh, folders were created, get post put patch, and all get post put patch were added. So that is not what I was expecting. So please do change, make changes and add snippets to your request, and please resend it. Okay.
Ashish,
Okay.
Yes.
yeah, by chance, if we like deleted some requests by chance,
Uh,
so can we do undo? Can that be possible? That undo of
I
that?
don't think so.
Yeah.
When we have deleted it, it's gone.
It's in the trash.
No, no.
Trash? No, 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 no. You will not find it
The
under the trash.
request itself.
Only the collection you will find it, not the request. Request is done, gone. It's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah, that is how the Postman is designed. So I don't think so. We don't have undo in collection as well. We don't have that option in undo in collection, neither in the folder, neither in the folder.
Maybe we go to the history.
If we go to the history, we will find the ones which we have ran, Nadia, but we can't restore them. We can't restore. There's no option to restore.
Okay.
We don't have it. We really don't have it. So that is all for today. And now you understood, right, how to create a positive, negative, and a combined flow. And all tests should be
Yes,
passed. All tests, every test should be passed. None should be failed. Okay, none should be failed.
Ashish, I have two
Huh?
questions.
Yeah.
Is the Now I understood that the positive and negative flow they are different than the positive and negative scenarios. Yes.
Yes. Positive and negative scenarios. Uh, Positive and negative scenarios can also come
It,
under. Yeah. No. Positive flow is a
then
positive
comes.
scenario. Negative flows is negative scenario.
No, I what I understood is that the positive and negative flow is like is between requests, like
No.
all
No.
the
No.
flow,
No.
but
No. 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 No.
scenario is inside the request.
Yes. See.
Is it is one request we can make it positive or negative, but we must have a collection that we make a flow, negative or
Correct.
positive, isn't it?
Correct. Sorry, can you repeat the question? I'm sorry, I think I jumped into answer quickly.
Sorry to interrupt you,
Uh,
Ashish. I need
uh,
to also ask about it. So
yeah.
see, if we
Okay.
are like,
Sorry, sorry,
mm,
Renu.
mm,
Nadia's and your question is the same.
okay,
No, is it the same or is it different?
I don't know what is she's asking.
Okay, Nadia, could you please come back again with your question? I mean, repeat your question.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
So negative and positive, when we
Hmm.
talk about negative and positive flow,
Hmm.
is something totally different than positive and negative scenario.
No, it
What
is
I
same.
understand,
It is
same,
same. It is same.
but
See,
what?
uh,
Mhm.
yeah. Sorry, sorry. Go ahead.
I Yes, I think that's a flow. We
Hmm.
work in the level of collection.
Hmm.
So the flow is between the requests inside the collection, but scenario, positive scenario, negative scenario is in the level of one request, isn't it?
No, I didn't get it. Okay, let me explain my from my
Mm,
end. Let me explain from my end. Okay, when you're preparing Maggie, what you'll do first, you'll turn on the gas stove, turn on the gas.
mm,
Then you turn on the gas stove. Then you light the gas stove. Then you put in the utensil, then you put in water, boil the water, then pour Maggi in that, pour masala in that, then you cook it. So this, what is this
it's
all?
flow,
This is a flow.
flow.
Same way,
Yes.
in a positive flow, we create a user, we first
Yeah.
we register a user, then we create a user, then we log in, then we get user details, then we update user details, then we delete the user. So that is a flow.
Yes.
That is a
This
flow.
is so many requests. Yeah. So
Yes,
many.
all requests combined in a proper flow is called a positive flow, where the scenario also comes into picture. I mean,
Mm, but
like, yeah,
yeah, for scenario, for
uh,
example, a negative scenario for a request, if we
uh,
talk about only one request, it means we change in the endpoint, we
mm,
change, for example, something we
mm,
in the body. This
mm.
is scenario, but
The
negative
in negative flow, you can
is
add n
different.
number of scenarios. You can add
Yeah, exactly.
n
So
number of
it's means
scenarios. Yeah, in
yeah,
positive, it can be only one. I mean, without turning on the gas stove or without lighting the gas stove, you cannot make Maggie. But that is a positive. I mean, there is only one way of a positive flow. Negative can be any n number of things, n number of things. But you yourself should decide. Okay, this is more than enough. This coverage is more than enough. We don't need more than this scenarios in the negative flow. Like,
I exactly what I want to say. So
uh,
the terminology, only the terminology flow and scenario, they are not the same.
they
That's
are
what
the
I
same.
want to know.
Yeah, they are the same. Yeah.
They
Yes,
are.
Ashish. Now,
Uh, yeah.
so you said positive flow is we registered user,
Hmm.
we create a user,
Uh,
and then we log in with the
yeah.
user. Okay, so
Yeah.
this flow is going on. Okay,
Uh,
so
uh,
this is positive flow.
uh,
Okay,
uh,
so when we get a user, we create a
uh,
user, and I did something wrong, like why I change endpoint or
uh,
I change any ID. So
uh,
this is negative, right?
correct.
So we can choose n number, like anything we can change it inside,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we pick it from there, and we send different data and we check it, right? So this we are trying to make it negative, like, so
Correct.
it's negative flow. Okay, so
Mm,
what I did
mm,
before,
mm.
so one day you remember I was using the 404, and
Huh?
you told me that, so it means it was not in the flow, right?
Not in the flow. Yes. Not in the positive flow.
Okay, okay,
Not in the positive.
because
Negative flow. Yes, it will come under
hmm,
negative flow, but not in the positive flow. But when you combine,
hmm,
when you create a folder, add
hmm,
folder,
hmm,
combined flow.
hmm,
Okay. Here, here
hmm,
you create.
hmm,
This will come into picture. Okay, I
hmm,
haven't dropped it. Okay. And this negative will also come into picture. This is how it should run. This is how.
hmm,
Like if I go in this bookstore and see, add user is positive,
hmm,
blank username password is negative,
negative.
invalid password is negative.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
User addition duplicated is negative. Invalid
Okay.
username is negative. Generate
Okay.
token is positive.
Hmm.
Authorization is positive.
Positive
Invalid bearer token is
is negative.
negative. This is negative. Invalid user ID.
Negative.
I have combined
Positive.
all these
Hmm.
things. I did
Okay.
combine positive and negative, but still,
Okay. Okay.
when I run the collection,
Hmm.
when I run the collection,
Hmm.
every test is passing.
Hmm.
So the flow should be in this way.
Okay.
Okay, the flow should be in this way. Okay, this is the
Ashish, sorry,
yeah,
the negative flow,
uh-huh.
the requests for the negative flow, they are already given in the documentation, or we
No,
created them
we
like
create it.
that
We create it.
we create. Uh-huh.
Okay,
So,
negative.
but so I mean, sorry, Ashish,
Uh,
as you play this, as you run this collection, so
mm,
negative flow is also play like it also
also,
run.
yes, it
Hmm?
also runs. Every
Okay.
collection, in collection, everything runs, everything. I'll
Okay.
show you where did I save that contact. Here, this is a positive flow. This is a login, add contact, get contact list, get
Hmm.
contact, update contact, delete contact. Done.
Hmm.
The positive
Hmm.
is done. Okay.
Hmm.
Negative, get contact list unauthorized, get
Hmm.
contact not found, add
Hmm.
contact missing required fields where we
Hmm.
remove one of the fields and then we test it. Then add contact too long characters, update
Hmm.
contact with invalid email, add
Hmm.
contact challenge. So these are
Hmm.
negative ones. This will
Hmm.
have, see, this will have a status code of 401. It will not have 200 nor 201. It will have a status
Hmm.
code of 401. That is the reason I have provided you these two documentation, these two collections. And also you would have done one thing. You have taken this link, okay, this complete link, copied it and pasted in your browser. Then here you can find the API documentation.
Okay.
So you would have gone in this way where you would have got the documentation as well. See the complete documentation in here. This is just documentation. It doesn't have any positive or negative flow. You have to create from your end. Now
Okay.
understood how to create a positive and negative flow.
Yes. Yes.
I hope it is enjoyable, right, when you're creating it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Now
Good,
more
good.
curiosity generates.
Yeah, nice. No, to be honest, no, the reason why I asked this because to do this task because it will really help you. It will really, really help you. It will help you in every kind of any API, any documentation provided to you. You can easily
Mm.
work on it without
Mhm.
without any support. Because at times you might be the only tester in your project. So whom will you approach? If there is no other tester, whom will you approach? That is the reason. I mean, going with the real world scenarios, I am trying to give the task so that you can understand and you can create from your end. Okay? And you can work on it.
Yes.
All the very best. I know everyone can do it. All the very best. And I will be monitoring your collections. And if there is any changes required, definitely I'll talk this in the next session. So do
Okay.
do it. Yeah, still I'm waiting for the perfect positive, negative, and the combined flow collection. So let's see who will do the first. Who will be the first person? And please do add snippets. Okay, at least one snippet. Okay.
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 Yeah.
I added four, Ashish. I think
No,
I don't know if
I need in every. I need in every request. In every request, add at
I
least one.
added I added four in every request.
You added four in every request. Okay, let me see. Let me see.
I saw them. You can see them.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'll check it out, Nadia. Definitely, I'll check it out. And four are
Okay.
not required. All four are not required in every request because some requests might have only 200 and not giving a 201. So at that point of time, you don't need 201. And if the some are giving 201 as a response, you don't need 200 over there. So I'll check it. I'll check it and I'll provide the feedback. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, great. So that is all for today. I hope everyone learned something and the revision was helpful. And please do watch this video. Please do watch this video. It's just about 6 minutes, not more than that. Just 6 minutes. Okay. But it is
Okay.
really helpful. Okay. So next Saturday we will be discussing on this console and all these things. Let's hope it will work. It will be done. Response codes and messages. Okay, I would have done this. Okay, we'll discuss it next Saturday.
Okay.
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 Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ashish.
Have a lovely
Bye.
evening.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Stop sharing. Stop presenting. Stop.